There's a changing landscape for low-carb diets, and we're proud to be part of this movement. I'm Dr. Brett Scher, the medical director at dietdoctor.com, and on our website, Adele Height wrote a recent article titled A Changing Landscape for Low-Carb Diets, and she starts the article with a great question. How do you know when a paradigm has shifted? And you don't really. It can take time. It's a slow-moving shift. But what she talks about in this article is all the evidence and all the circumstances where we can start to see this paradigm shift. As a cardiologist, I was trained low-fat. That's the only acceptable diet for health. But now we are definitely starting to see that change. And we need to hear this as physicians and as any type of healthcare provider and as individuals. It helps to have the reassurance that there is support and that there is backing for low-carb diets, because there still are people who don't believe in it, who are sticking with what they've been taught for years and saying it's dangerous, it's harmful. But now we see some major organizations starting to make the change and come around and realize that it is a safe and effective way to treat a number of chronic conditions and promote health. So let's talk about this. I mean, you can see all the detail that she wrote in her article. But of course, the American Diabetes Association in 2019 comes out saying that low-carb diets are acceptable for treating glycemia and have the most evidence of any nutritional intervention to improve blood sugar and glycemia. So that's pretty big from the American Diabetes Association. Now, this one surprised me. The dietary guidelines for Americans, the dietary guidelines are usually fairly pro-low fat and against low carb. In fact, sort of refusing to even look at a lot of the low carb data. But what Adele writes is that they stated that diets that do not fit the acceptable macronutrient distribution range, which includes low carb, high fat diets, that they have not proven to increase the risk of heart disease. So that's a big statement from the dietary guidelines. And then diabetes specialists, she talks about the Association of Diabetes Care and Education Specialists and how they have an article about medication adjustments for ketogenic meal plans. So they are coming around as well to support people on their journey with low carb and keto. And then, of course, we recently wrote and have a video about the article in Journal American College of Cardiology, probably the major mainstream cardiology journal, publishing an article calling into question the evidence supporting the quote-unquote dangers of saturated fat, that we should not be placing these limits on saturated fat, that the evidence does not support it. And of course, that we shouldn't just talk about saturated fat. We have to talk about food, the specific foods, and the diet it's part of. So, and that being in a mainstream cardiology journal definitely is starting to show a changing tide. So then she has this part about history begins to reverse itself. So I encourage you to read it. It's very well written. But what I take away from it is this encouragement that the tide is changing, the paradigm is shifting, and you can't argue with the science, the evidence, the clinical experience. And here at Diet Doctor, we want to help shepherd you through that and show you what the science says, inspire you with all the with the clinical experience, all the inspirational videos and reports that we have. So check those out here at YouTube, definitely at the website at dietdoctor.com, and take part of this movement, because it may be the right move for you to improve your health and help you feel better. And now that we have these organizations supporting it, that's pretty good support. Let us know what else we can do to help you on this journey. And make sure you click like and subscribe down below so you'll get more updates on our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, everybody.